All right, welcome back, everybody. It seems a few of you weren't happy with my last horse. I'm not sure why, because this is awesome. I mean, look at her. She's all dainty. She's like, dude, let's go shopping. Oh, let's go eat. Oh, maybe I'll go to Panera Bread. Oh. I mean, who can't love this? This is amazing. But all right, we'll do one more horse just to make y'all happy. So I guess we'll start with a rectangle. Give it kind of like a neck. Do a square for the hindquarters, and do, I don't know, a little baby square for the front. Then we'll do square for the head, rectangle for the snout, and then another rectangle for the nose. And then we'll just draw our legs down. So with the legs, there's two lines. Make an elbow, go down, wrist, foot. Alright, do the same thing again. Boom, elbow, arm, wrist, hoof. I should give him feet. Alright, and I'm not gonna get wacky. I'm gonna stay focused, folks. I'm not gonna do anything wacky. Alright, he's got his tummy, then it goes to the hindquarters, goes up here. I think his kneecap's like high on a horse. We'll go back. He's got the heel, then it goes to there, then the ball of the foot, the hoof. And then we'll do the same thing with this guy over here. Just kick him back. Another one. Boom, boom, boom. And then go like that. And we got our hoof. Now, I'll be honest. This horse looks way too short. I don't know. All right, we'll go with it. So I'm going to give him an eye. Get a big ol' eyeball because we're getting silly already. And then we're going to give him a mouth. And this is like our vampire horse. Because, I mean, seriously. Aren't we all afraid of a vampire horse? Let's just draw our fears, folks. We're all worried because it's going to happen sooner or later. Alright? So, I just don't know how we took such a quick turn. So, we're going to draw the arms. We're going to go to the legs. And then, alright. So, we got the little hoof. Oh, yeah. Little pony hoofs. Oh, yeah. He's a little pony vampire. One of the scariest ones. Because they're so cute. You're just like, oh, I want to go take a ride. And then he's got you. He's got you. Before you know it. And, he's got a little hair like this. He's like, yeah. Like I said, he's a young one. All right, and we're gonna color in the mane. Color in the mane. I just can't seem to draw anything serious. I swear, folks, we're gonna do some still lives in the future. Unfortunately, today's not one of those days. We're just going bananas. All right. So we got our horse. I'm gonna do that. Alright. And then he's got his little pony chest and his pony legs. So we're gonna outline them, further establish them, and then color this back one in a little bit like it's shaded, and then give him a little tail. So, yeah, this is what keeps folks coming back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just shade them in. I feel like if we're gonna be this silly, we're gonna try to render them a little bit more. Just push our values. That way we can use our lights and darks, just to try to make the picture more appealing, give it a little bit more pizzazz. Make people love our vampire pony. Alright, and I'm further establishing these legs, shading them in a little bit. Got the horse hoof. And going with some hatching to color that in. Cross hatching on this leg. A little bit on the hindquarters. And see, the one thing I don't like, and this is kind of this whole thing is silly. But you can see how this leg right here, it's got some momentum going forward. and I just drew this without looking at these front legs. Like really, this leg right here should have that same forward momentum that this has. So I know while we're being silly, silly is always fun. I love it, but there should be some consistency as far as like what's going on. So really, when we see this, it's like, all right, the first half of the pony just looks like his static, and then you look at the second half and you see that momentum, like it's moving. So it's just, you know, it's almost like canceling itself out. You know, it's like I always encourage people, you know, be silly, be creative, whatever, do what you want, but also take the time to kind of just notice like things like that when you're drawing. It's like, oh, this would have actually kind of just been more pleasing to look at if everything just agreed with itself. Especially when you're drawing something really silly, it's cool when you kind of just package and just figure out all these little details just to make it work. All right, so I'm going to color the hoof in, coloring the hoof, boom, and then we're going to go and just try to do a little bit more shading. You know, I kind of went a little dark with this like lines here, so I really want to do some musculature just to see if I could just kind of just make this wacky thing just unnecessarily more detailed. But some of these sketch lines are just like interfering with that objective. So I'm going to keep just taking these lines, pushing the values a little bit, and just working it. All in all, not a bad drawing. Kind of cool. And I guess that's always a fun challenge. You know, even if you're drawing something silly, it's just seeing like, all right, where can you take it now? Because again, like everything we're doing is basically practicing our mark making. So even every little drawing, you know, it's got its own little lesson if you just, you know, take the time to be observant and actually look at like, all right, what could have made this more fun, or what could have made this pop more. Alright, so I'm going to try to fill in some of the hair, and just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I really need to look at this camera more often. Boom, boom, and I'll try not complaining about the camera as much as I do. Alright, so I have a feeling that I'm going to have to draw another horse for you guys, because while this guy is super awesome, I feel like you guys are going to need a nice anatomical horse in the future. And let's see. What else can we do? And I love I like messy line drawings like this. I think they're fun. They have a lot of just energy to them. It looks like they have a lot of data, a lot of information. Like each line is just more information, and I think that's really interesting. I'm going to darken this up a little bit. And boom! Alright, folks, I'm going to leave this horse here. Again, the one, you know, this line right here, this is just so dark, it just kind of cuts that off. I almost feel like I need to, like, intentionally make it something. Like I don't know, let's put him in a t-shirt. And that way that line is supposed to be there. So so we got a horse in a t-shirt. Yeah, that's I'm telling you, you guys would be missing out on this if you didn't plug into this channel. All right, let me see what kind of horses you come up with. I hope you have fun. See you next time.